When you were growing up, did you have church and anything like that, or when was the first time you were introduced to anything to do with God, where you were like, "There may be something to this"?
So yeah, my beautiful grandma, my grandmother Vera, she was, in my opinion, at that time, I mean, I thought that she was the most religious person because she had an icon in the corner of her room. It was styled, you just
Yeah.
always the icon in the corner of the room, and she always had a holy water. I have no idea where she got it, but she had it.
She had it.
And I grew up in a family. We never prayed together. We never went to the church together. When I was an infant, I was baptized because everybody was doing it. It was actually, imagine the paradox. Hardly anybody believed in God. Let's say it was agnostics,
Yeah.
Like it was just.
Yeah.
But people still would baptize their children, even though they knew it was very dangerous. You could be in a very severe trouble if you do that.
Mhm.
Like my parents got in trouble
They
for
did.
baptizing me. Yeah, my father was called to the, party office, and they knew that he has baptized his daughter. And because, well, what happened? What was happening is that churches were locked, but some were open, just to show to the world there is no persecution of faith.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those that were open, it's a Russian Orthodox church,
Mhm.
So it's a Russian Orthodox church, but every church I think it was like two or only two open in the city of 1 million people. Okay, so you have doors open. People were able to baptize. Seems like secretly and all of that, but yet inside there was spies. Most likely, the priests themselves was the spies.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
because good priests, a real authentic priests of Russian Orthodox Church, were persecuted and sent to gulags and concentration camps.
Wow.
But instead of them, KGB agents dressed in
Really?
priest clothing,
Oh.
collecting the documents. Yeah, that's how effectively they have destroyed basically,
Yeah.
faith. So they were persecuting those and collecting information on those who possibly would believe.
So what? Yeah. What happened to your dad when?
Yeah,
What did go on?
he was called into the party office, very next day, and they told him, "You have baptized your daughter yesterday. Do you believe in that?" They basically begin to question him,
Oh.
and they said to him that if they will ever find out that he's making his food inside of the church, that he will lose his job and he will lose his, privileges and all of the things from work,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
and yeah, it was really dangerous. It was really dangerous, especially in Zaporizhzhia city, because this city was the dream of Lenin. He dreamed about building something that is similar to Nova Huta in Poland,
Okay.
a city without God, example for all. Look, people would gather together and work for the future of the country. And they didn't needed God. They only need, to have faith in their leader and in themselves and their strength. So focus on your leader and focus on yourself to be behaving good citizen. So you follow perfectly, but just exclude any other imagination. Everything else is schizophrenia, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. So But my grandmother, imagine,
Yeah.
she uh, kept in her heart a prayer that her grandmother, my grandmother, taught
Mhm.
her. And she said to me, Valentina, I was about 7 years old.
Okay.
And one day she decided that she's gonna call me to her room where was the icon in the corner. And we stood there and she said, make the sign of the cross. This is how, so she made me. And she taught me the Our Father prayer. She said, in case God exists. So she really did not believe it, actually. Because she was one of, she grew up without father, without mother, without grandmother. Basically, she was left orphan very early in life.
Yeah.
And so, living so much suffering, she really, and not having maybe education, definitely no catechism, none of that. It's just she really suffered so much, and she questioned, will God exist? If there's just so much suffering, does He exist? But she felt a duty to teach me to say this prayer in case God exists. And she said, when it's going to be very difficult for you in your life, you remember this prayer. And she taught me Our Father.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how profound is that?
Yeah.
That she didn't believe her, so wasn't sure, but yet was instrumental in passing the faith on.
Yes.
And a cornerstone moment in your own faith life.
Yeah, she felt that this is very necessary, and I always said to her, Grandma, you taught me, you were you laid that very cornerstone foundation for my faith and for Chelsea Mercy Mission.
Yeah.
And she would just laugh.